Well, a couple of days ago, I set up a gallon jug here on that round target. That's a 70 meter from where I was standing. I was actually probably 6 feet back from the 70 meter, and it took a few rounds, but I finally nailed it, and then the camera bungled it. As I took the camera off my tripod, it decided to stop recording. So since it was broken, and that's just kind of silly, I let that one go. But today we have another beer can at the 50-yard target. And I tried to hit a can at the 70 meters, and I don't think I'm there yet. But I've done this a few times, so that's what I'll be doing. And it's been given a good shake. It's a non-alcoholic beer. I'm fond of non-alcoholic beer. I've been trying to quit drinking since I was a child, but good non-alcoholic beer helps. This stuff, it's not my favorite, so I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice it for the sake of science. There's one more reason I'm going to be shooting that can, and I have another one too. Revenge. The other day when I attempted to hit the can at 70 meters and I realized that wasn't happening, I put it on the 50-yard target. And as I was poking in the pins, the top part, the spiral or the round part of the pin where it was bent, it poked into the can and it just blasted me all over the face, got all over my shirt, and it was about 2 million degrees out, and you know that's a real nice smell when you're already hot and wretched, and then you get that all over you. That really pissed me off. But it wasn't finished yet. It really had to rub it in, because I went back. I figured, well, I'll shoot it anyway. I go back, and as I pull it off, it exploded again. I guess the heat, maybe the sun, what was left in it, and I had already cleaned up with a towel, and I pull it, and it just gets me again. So, I'm going to get that son of a bitch. Well, I may be just in the field of view, but if you pay attention and I hit it, you should be able to see it explode. Well, we'll keep that on the screen. Fuck. Well, that concludes the first round. I knocked it down, but miraculously it didn't explode. We'll go see where I hit. That first shot, we'll call that a warm-up shot, and that did not hit the target. Second shot was not so great, but we'll see where that third shot went. I don't know how the hell it knocked off the can if it wasn't near the target. Yeah, I guess it was just a little bit to the top right. So it didn't explode, but I'm wary of it. I'm not going to get too close too quick. Get this damn zoom off. All right, round 2 coming up. Hey, first shot, round 2. I think that's pretty dang cool. Let's go check that out. Remind me to get the zoom off. I'm happy with that. First shot at 50 yards, and it nailed it, and I know you saw the explosion on the camera. I'd say, yeah, that really ain't so bad. It's only 50 yards. I know I can do it at 70, but that was a really bad day. I got the jug, but I just couldn't get the can. Now something, as soon as we take a look at this can, where did it get it? Yeah, it twisted it around, so I'd say that's that qualifies as a center shot for me. A little bit to the side, but hell. Alright, I'm going to pull her and then tell you kind of what happened. I might leave that up there for a bit, let it drain. So what's happening with this bow? This Samick Discovery 45-pound limbs with the shelf ground down to nothing, shooting it. It's a left-handed riser, shooting it with my own self-made thumb rings, aluminum thumb ring in this case. And it comes with a D97 string, and they don't specify whether the limbs are fast flight compatible, but it seems they are. But that D97 string, let me go ahead and set her back on the tripod. The D97 string, it stretches. I measure the brace height almost every time I put the string on the bow. I never leave it strung, but it's been used enough that it shouldn't have any stretch in it. So I really don't know if it is the string. It might just be the limbs. Might be from overdrawing. I'm not sure. But every time I shoot any significant amount, the brace height drops. A quarter of an inch or more. And the other day when I was shooting the 70 meters, I started out good. And I got the jug, and I was getting a lot of close shots, definitely some bad shots. I always get bad shots at that distance. But then I just started sliding into complete crap. The arrows were hitting the dirt, going to the side of the target, and I got pretty frustrated with the whole thing. I went and measured the brace height, and it had gone down at least a quarter of an inch, and I thought, well, that's enough to screw me up, because this bow functions best with a taller brace height. Right now I have it at about 8 inches, and that's the best. First shot, second round, I get center shot 50 yards. The brace height's fresh. When I'm done today, it's not going to be 8 inches anymore. I figured I'd explain that, and I've got one more of these treacherous beasts. Be careful with these things. They'll explode on you, they'll play dead, and they'll explode again. I'm not going anywhere near that one until it's had some time to settle down. But since the 50-yard proved kind of easy, maybe I'll go to my nemesis, the 70-yard. I don't have any hope for that, but or I may just leave it at this. So if you don't see anything else after this, maybe you enjoyed that. But yes, and I'm bending my knees and I'm doing all sorts of awful things. One thing I did take seriously today when I first started was keeping my arm up rather than letting it sink, as someone recently mentioned. Alright, here goes 60 yards. I tried 70 meters, but that wasn't happening. That was really close. Kind of close too. That was not close. Man, well, I knocked the can down. We can go there and have a look at what happened. It's nothing great. I got one bad shot, 3 I think, getting pretty close. And get that damn zoom off. So 60 yards, 1 bad shot, 3 forgivable shots. And not that I can even do that every time. But think the can is still unsploded. That's all it took, is vibration from that last shot to knock it off. And I'll pick it up very carefully. These things are treacherous. Ooh, it's nice and firm too. Alright, well, anyway, that's the first round at 60. Oh man, that was close. Oh, that was really close too. Shit. Oh, fuck. I don't understand. It's trying to fall down. Hopefully I can get it before it does. Way high. That one was really high. Man, coming really close. Really close. Well, that fell over and landed standing up. But I'll show you how close I got. Let me hang the bow and get the zoom off. Not an extraordinary group. I'm beginning to wonder about these arrows. I have one that spirals. One, I know I have one that spirals. There's only one left. But one of them will go over and under no matter what I do, by far. So I had two really close shots, maybe another one. Keep in mind, watch out for this thing, it might go nuts any moment. So, two right under. There's a dumb one up there. But I'll pull those, go again.
I'm gonna give about 3 rounds on that.
You're gonna go for the can?
I guess so.
You'll hit it before I do.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, you'll probably hit it the first shot. Very close, man. What the hell? I don't know if I hit the target with that or if it bounced off. It's gonna explode, man. Oh, sweet. Sweet. Well, you beat me to it. Now I've got a wet arrow out there. All right. Well, that was a compound, so it wasn't necessarily. I wanted to mention that I checked the brace height when I took down the bow, or right before I took down the bow, and it dropped. Kind of hard for me to read, but I'd say 3/8 of an inch that session. Definitely more than 1/4 of an inch. Wanted to note that.